Let me ask you something real. Have you ever prayed, believed, waited, and still nothing happened? You did everything right. You stayed faithful. You stayed patient. And yet God's timing feels painfully slow. Today, we're talking about God's timing versus your timing and the hard truth most people don't want to hear. Because this message isn't comfortable, but it will set you free. Here's the truth: waiting on God can feel like silence. You're watching others move ahead. You're watching doors open for people who didn't pray as hard as you did. You're watching life pass while you're stuck asking, God, when? And that's where faith gets tested. Not when God moves quickly, but when He doesn't move at all. The Bible says in Habakkuk 2:3, though it tarries, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not delay. But let's be honest, it feels delayed. Here's the hard truth most people avoid. God's timing isn't designed for your comfort. Designed for your transformation. If God answered every prayer the moment you asked, you'd be blessed but not built. Waiting develops things instant answers never will. Patience, humility, discernment, spiritual maturity. Sometimes God delays the promise because He's still preparing the person. Joseph waited years in prison. David was anointed king but lived in caves. Jesus waited 30 years before starting His ministry. Delay doesn't mean denial. It means development. Your timing is based on feelings, pressure, comparison, fear, but God's timing is based on purpose, alignment, protection, eternity. You see one chapter. God sees the entire story. If God gave you everything you asked for when you asked, you might ruin what you prayed for. Some blessings arrive late on purpose so they don't destroy you early. So what do you do in the waiting? You don't quit. You don't complain. You don't compromise. You prepare. Waiting isn't passive. It's active obedience. Use the waiting season to grow closer to God. Strengthen your character, sharpen your discipline, heal what needs healing, because when God finally moves, He moves suddenly. Let me remind you of this: if God promised it, He will do it. Not early, not late, but right on time. And when it happens, you'll realize the delay was mercy, not punishment. What God is preparing for you is worth the wait. If this message spoke to you, and you're in a season of waiting, faith, or spiritual growth, welcome. This channel is for people who are serious about walking with God, even when it's hard, even when it's slow, even when it doesn't make sense. If you're new here, subscribe and join this community. We post faith-building messages to strengthen you, challenge you, and remind you that God is still in control. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Remember this: God is never late. He's never early. He's always intentional. Trust the process. Trust the timing. Trust God. Amen.